Hello, guys. How are you all doing? And I hope you enjoyed Travis Head's innings. And let's just wait for a few minutes for everyone to join in. And we'll start by looking at the ground dimensions and the pitch, along with that, what Deeptas Gupta has said and not said. So let's just wait for a few minutes for a few people to join in, and then I'll take you through both the things. Apart from that, let me know if you have any other GL related questions. So the agenda for today is we are going to discuss the India versus South Africa base team for this game. And along with that, I also look at discussing if we have any T20 plus games that we can play because all of them are at the same deadline. Okay guys, just let me know what language you're comfortable with. English, Hindi, जो भी आप लोग majority बोलोगे उसी में ही बात करेंगे. I don't have any issue speaking both. लास्ट टाइम पे मेरे वीडियो पे किसी ने कमेंट किया था कि आपको हिंदी नहीं आती है तो मैं डबिंग करके दे दूंगा. ऐसी कोई बात नहीं है. बस यही बात है कि आई थिंक मेजोरिटी जो हमारे व्यूअर्स है वो तमिलनाडु एंड साउथ से स्ट्रीम करते हैं, तो इसलिए हम इंग्लिश में ज़्यादा बात करते हैं. Okay, for now, I think most of you are Hindi, so ठीक है, we will go with Hindi. So I'll just start by looking at the pitch and the ground dimensions ये गेम के लिए. So जैसा आपको दिख रहा है ये है ग्राउंड डायमेंशंस. पहले तो स्ट्रेट दोनों साइड, एक साइड काफ़ी शॉर्ट है, दूसरा साइड वही हिसाब से इक्वली लंबा है, एंड स्क्वायर दोनों साइड इक्वल है. अब मेन बात ये आती है कि ये पिच कैसे बिहेव करेगा. तो जो दीपदास गुप्ता ने कहा है वो ये कह रहे हैं कि इस पिच पे थोड़ा सा अब्रेसिवनेस हो सकता है, बिकॉज वो कह रहे हैं कि जो क्रैक्स है वो काफ़ी वाइड है एंड वॉबली है, तो मे बी समवन लाइक चहल वापस आके इम्पैक्ट बना ले. बट हमको पता है कि ये जो पिच रिपोर्ट में हम आधे से ज़्यादा टाइम जो इन्फॉर्मेशन मिलती है वो ज़्यादातर तो एक्यूरेट रहती नहीं. बट आई थिंक ये एडिक्वेट है कि आप एटलीस्ट एक से दो टीम पिच रिपोर्ट देख के तो बना ही सकते हो, बिकॉज एंड फिर उसके अलावा आप दो टीम उसके ऑपोजिट बना दीजिए, तो फिर आपको वो हिसाब से दोनों तरीके से एडजस्टमेंट मिल जाएगा. एंड मैं ये हिंदी में भी बोलूँ, इंग्लिश में भी बोलूँगा, डोंट वरी. So basically, in English, what I'm trying to say is that ground dimensions look pretty much equal straight on one end. The square is also equal, but one side is shorter. So we'll expect that the spinner will bowl from the 74-meter boundary end. And apart from that, what Devdas Gupta has said is that the pitch might be slightly abrasive and is slightly wobbly because the cracks are pretty wide. So there might be help for spinners. But what I try to say is that the pitch report is not as accurate as we expect it to be at most times. But yes, if you're making 10 GL teams, you can at least make two or three based on this report, and then you can make the rest based on maybe your gut feel or on the data. Yeah, guys, don't worry. I'll try and speak in English and Hindi both so that everybody understands, ताकि सबको समझ आए. And if Sa bat first, best captaincy option. So if South Africa bat first, अगर उनकी पहले batting आती है, so then you will have to pick one of Miller or one of Dustin in the team. If you see, whenever India has batted first, I've just gone with the Indian batters because Miller, Dustin, they're not getting the right kind of opportunity क्योंकि बवुमा के ऊपर बहुत सारे बॉल खा रहे हैं. बवुमा आज खेलेंगे नहीं तो वो इशू नहीं है. बैट की बॉल टर्न करेगी, प्लीज गुड ऑन. आई थिंक Kishan and Decock. Klassen would be a real CVC choice, I think. Yes, if he bats first, then he's an amazing captaincy or vice captaincy choice. Similarly, if Quinton Decock bats first, he's an amazing captaincy or vice captaincy choice. What I can understand is that because the rain has been around, maybe there is some movement up front, but how much movement is something that we will have to see, because it's not like there's currently any rain, so we cannot really estimate how much moisture will be there on this track. But yes, from whatever I can see, it looks like it will be decent for both batting and bowling. That is what I can understand for now. Apart from that, if you have any other questions, Kishan and Decock will score good today. Yeah, so actually, this ground is known for people to come in and hit sixes. ज़्यादा sixes लगते हैं इस ground पर. But and Decock, Klassen, Kishan, ये type of players ऐसे हैं जिनको सिर्फ चौके नहीं मारने, उनको बाउंड्री की ओवर मारनी है बॉल. तो I think they will be good choices. There's no doubt about that. Can we skip Gaikwad as he's struggling against left arm pacers and right arm fast? Very true, but it totally depends on whether he bats first or bats second. Because if you're seeing in like whoever, whichever team is batting second, which has been South Africa only all these times in the series, उनके जो मिडिल ऑर्डर बैटर्स है वही हमारे बैटिंग सेक्शन में है. बाकी जो क्लासन है, डिकॉक है, प्रिटोरियस है, जो टॉप में आ रहे हैं, देयर इन द ऑलराउंडर्स एंड द कीपर सेक्शन. तो उनको ड्रॉप करना वैसे भी लॉजिकल तो है नहीं. सो आई थिंक मिलर एंड डस्टिन anyway become like the most susceptible choices to drop. I think today's match is based on raining or not raining. Yeah, I think that is across most games today. Nagiri having good H2H record against India, captain, vice captain. So yes, in the last game where I had made Avesh Khan captain, Nagiri was my vice captain and he bowled pretty decently as well. So I think again he'll be a good choice and I don't see him going out of the team. Can we go with safe cap Kishan or try Pretorius? So if you see Kishan is playing very high risk cricket, right? So I don't, that does not make him a safe captain, but I think Pretorius or Hardik are still decently safe choices, especially Pretorius, because उनका जो है 4 ओवर मिल रहे हैं, 3-4 ओवर, एंड उसके साथ साथ वो स्टार्टिंग में बैटिंग भी कर रहे हैं. सो दैट इज योर सेफर चॉइस. Can fast bowler get help on this pitch? So typically Bangalore pitch is somewhere where spinners get hit a lot. So you will have to stack up a few teams with fast bowlers because spinners might not get too much, even though Deeptas Gupta is saying so. We will have to keep the best spinners. Like Chahal has bowled a lot here, so you will have to keep Chahal in your team. But apart from that, Shamsi has not been bowling well. Maharaj is not bowling his full quota, so I think you have to rely on pace anyway. Especially even this whole series, Pacers have got most of the wickets. Chahal as cap VC when you record good plus the pitch report 2 in favor. Yes, very good choice, especially in mini GL. Maybe he'll be my captain or vice captain too. Home ground for Chahal, so many matches for RCB, will he deliver again? Okay, so I think the popular question is about Chahal, and I see that Chahal is going to come up against a lot of right-handers in the South African attack. So I feel कि अगर Dickok जल्दी बाहर चले जाते हैं, even though Chahal has a decent record against Dickok also, I feel once Dickok is out, then that whole batting lineup will be susceptible to Chahal. Only catch is अगर चहल पहले bowling करते हैं, very high chance that South Africa उनको खेल के निकालेंगे. They'll just try to play him out and then they'll attack the rest. But if Chahal is bowling second, then amazing captaincy or vice captaincy choice. Maharaj underrated choice, but yeah, Maharaj. The problem is that with Maharaj is even if he's getting 1 wicket, is that too much fantasy value for me? No, because I have like so many other options. I have so many pacers who I can take in his place. Though if they if it's their day, then see that they will take 2-3 wickets together. भाई अब 100K सब्सक्रिप्शन के बाद भूल मत जाना. अरे सर 100K हमको चाहिए भी नहीं. आप लोगों को वही काफी है, बस कोई 100K की लालच नहीं है. अय्यर एंड गायकवाड़ में किसको ड्रॉप करना चाहिए? जीएल में तो आप एक टीम ऐसा भी बनाओ कि आप दोनों को ड्रॉप करो, बिकॉज अभी क्या है कि जीएल 29-25 रुपीज एंट्री में भी आपको मिल रहा है. तो आप अगर आपको कंफ्यूजन है कोई प्लेयर पे, आप 2 कॉम्बिनेशन बनाओ, बिकॉज एट द एंड ऑफ द डे वो एंट्री फीस ज्यादा है नहीं. एंड यस, इवन इफ यू फील कि आपको लग रहा है कि चलो वो एंट्री फी भी आपके लिए ज्यादा, तो आप प्राइवेट कॉन्टेस्ट में जहाँ पे ज्यादा रिस्क ले सकते हो, वहाँ पे आप जो 5-6 रुपए की एंट्री फी है, वहाँ पे भी आप सेम चीज कर सकते हो. तो आप दोनों टाइप ऑफ कॉम्बिनेशन बना सकते हो वहाँ पर. So you basically, what I'm saying is you can make combinations, multiple combinations if you're confused on specific players without having to make any compromise, because at the end of the day we know that one player will be the game changer for you. Today, either Harshal or Pretorius, good show. Yes, very possible, especially the man who bowls first. Who do you think will have more of an advantage on this pitch? So basically, whatever data I've analyzed on how this whole pitch plays, how the ground plays, the chasing team generally has the advantage. But I don't know with South Africa how much of an advantage, because if you have Chahal who's experienced, if you have Akshay who's managed to keep them tight, and we saw that when Pant used them well, then they got more exposure. So it will not I don't feel like the toss will play as much of a role as it is generally portrayed to play, because we have seen India also gave equal amount of fight even though they have not won tosses, and even the first two games we should have won at least one of those two. What is the difference between mini GL, SL, and GL? Okay, so Grand League or GL is 1,000 plus members where I put my most risky teams. So if I'm telling you that I want to play only GL in this game, what I'm trying to say is that I'm going to take a lot of risks. So don't play mini GL or SL. And SL is 4 to 20 members where when we play safe, then we play 4 to 20 members. And if we are playing mini GL, means we are playing somewhere above 50 members, because there I'm taking a mix of few safe and few risky picks. Can we prefer Pant even though he's struggling? Basically, who bowls more than 140? Yeah, that's true. And in fact, Pant has a good record at this ground as well. I think I think one of his first international games, or maybe his first game was here, if I'm not wrong. And his second or third IPL game, he scored a 50 here. So let's see. I think he's a decent choice, and if he bats first, and if he sadly, I don't want to say this, but if he bats a little bit sensibly, then he should be able to get through. But the thing is, we have a very safe choice in Decock. So if you feel like you don't want five bowlers, or if you don't want three all rounders, then you should go for Pant. But if you're sure that you want more bowlers, then I don't think it's too much of an incremental, because Pant is batting two down, three down. So in case the top order gets on a roll, then he might not get that much opportunity anyway. Rishabh, okay, same question. Harshal, default C choice if India bowls first, 100%. If not C, at least VC, because the only catch with Harshal is that sometimes they use him a little bit in the middle overs, and we know how Pant is with his bowling choices. So maybe if you want to take Pretorius, because we know he'll bat, even if he gives you 20 runs and one wicket, that's a decent performance for a captain. But Harshal, amazing mini GL choice when bowling first. Today CBC different pick for GL. I don't know if Shamsi is gonna play. I've been backing him a lot. Pandya got into him in the last game, so it didn't work out. But he will still be differential if he bowls first. And keep in mind that Shamsi has played for RCB before, so maybe he has a few tricks up his sleeve at Chinnaswamy. पंत को सी जीएल में सो एक दो टीम में कर सकते हो आप, बट पॉइंट क्या है कि अभी पंत हैज ऑलरेडी बिकम अ डिफरेंशियल चॉइस, तो वो चल गए तो एनीवे आपको अच्छा खासा रिटर्न आ ही जाएगा. Pitch should be good, outfield will be slow, batters will have extra advantage, but most probably it will not be yeah, exactly. So this is exactly what Deepdas Gupta said. So basically I managed to get these pictures in advance for you guys, so that just helped. If to back between Pant and Van der Dussen, whoever bats first, you can go with whoever is batting first. Akshay Patel is struggling from the last few matches. So yeah, again, if the problem with someone like Akshay Patel is that he bowls very sharp line and length, but at most times he will just give you good economy and move on. वो maybe आपको वो जितना आपको wickets चाहिए Grand League वो हिसाब से वो या Small League के हिसाब से भी maybe वो आपको ना लाके दे. But when I always say this, that when a spinner is bowling second, then he's more in the game than a pacer. What Bangalore is not high scoring. So generally it is high scoring, but whatever we are able to understand from the pitch, it might not be as high scoring. And we are also seeing that both these teams have a set of inconsistent batters, so might be slightly difficult. Exchange 22 picks. I think whichever pacers bowl first, they become amazing exchange 22 picks. And whichever batter you're getting at below 33, 34 becomes a decent pick, because 25 odd runs and a catch is what you need. Thank you, thank you so much. स्पिनर को एडवांटेज होगा या नहीं, बिकॉज ग्राउंड इज शॉर्ट. सो द ग्राउंड इज शॉर्ट एंड द बॉल ट्रेवल्स इजियर, बट एज पर द पिच वो कह रहे हैं कि स्पिनर को एडवांटेज होना चाहिए, बट होगा कि नहीं अभी वो ही नहीं बता पा रहा वहां पे पिच पे खड़े होके, तो मैं यहाँ से कितना ही बता पाऊंगा. एंड एक बार आप लोग को चाहिए तो आई जस्ट शो यू ऑल द ग्राउंड डायमेंशंस अगेन. दीज आर द ग्राउंड डायमेंशन. 67 मीटर स्क्वायर, विच इज नॉट बिग, मतलब सिक्सेस जा सकते हैं. एंड स्ट्रेट वन एंड इज स्लाइटली बिगर. So that will be the end that I think spinners will bowl from, because 61 meters is very short for any spinner to bowl at. Let's just wait कि toss से हमको क्या बाहर मिले, because once we have the toss, then I can also share the base team with you guys. So I'll just share my screen and let's wait for the toss to happen. If Jansen bowls first, can we make him see and drop the opener? So yeah, we know that in a lot of Indian batsmen have issues against left arm pace, so that makes Jansen a pretty decent pick, because we have seen many left arm paces trouble them, and we have seen Jansen also trouble a few Indian batters during the IPL. So I think he's a good choice. But this is only a GL pick, because Jansen is a kind of bowler who will bowl 3 overs in the power play. So if they play him out, तो फिर it will be a problem. Then you might just have get a wicket or no wicket at all, and the game will be done there for you. So that's fine for you to do in GL, but not in small leagues or in mini GLs. I will just share my screen and we'll look at what base team I have for you today. If this is a proper batting deck, then bowlers are risky C choices. So that's the problem, right? We don't know if it's a proper batting deck. So can we make that conclusion? Maybe not. And the fact of the matter is, in overs 18 and 20, every batsman is going to play very high risk shots. So are you saying, in like, unless like the batter has his day all together, will he get 12 out of 12 right? Maybe not. So maybe even if a bowler gets you one bowled, that's 32 points right there. That's very conservative thinking, obviously. But from a mini GL perspective, rather than me having a batsman get out early, I think that is still an okay choice. Thanks, Ketan. I will also try to come live more often, because the thing is, even I like work full time, so slightly difficult for me. But whenever I can, I will attempt to come live for sure. Why am I banking heavily on Pretorius and Aksar while Pandya does decent? I think that's Pandya in all games. So Pretorius is batting in the top order and he's bowling first, so that is one reason. And apart from that, Akshar is bowling second. Like in all the games, he's bowled second, so that makes him an amazing choice. Well, Pandya, we are not sure how many overs he's going to bowl one, and he's batting three down, like three down or four down at times. So the problem when you bat at that number is that many a times, if the top order gets on a roll, which has not happened, I've been expecting the top order to get on a roll, then you don't get more than 10-15 balls, which might be great impact if he comes and hits 25 in terms of real match impact, but does it have fantasy value? Not as much. प्राइम मत लाना सर, मैं ये तो आई हैव एड्रेस दिस क्वाइट अ फ्यू टाइम्स कि प्राइम मुझे खुद भी नहीं लाना है, बिकॉज द ओनली थिंग इज वी ऑल आई हियर टू मेक द बेस्ट यूज ऑफ आवर टाइम, ताकि हम भी कुछ हमारा बना पाए यहाँ से. बट कभी कभार क्या हो जाता है, जब भी कोई यूजर्स इंगेज नहीं करते, हमको भी कोई स्पॉन्सर्स नहीं मिलते, तो दैट इज द पॉइंट ऑफ डिफिकल्टी एंड व्हाई पीपल ब्रिंग प्राइम. नहीं तो मुझे तो ये चाहिए कि ज्यादा से ज्यादा यूजर्स खेल पाए. मैच पूरा होगा क्या? सो आई थिंक जो पूरा रेन फोरकास्ट था वो स्टार्ट ऑफ द मैच के लिए ही था, बट उसके अलावा आई थिंक should be able to complete, because rain chances post 8:30 are not as much and 1 hour का leeway time भी है हमारे पास. India won the toss in parallel universe. Okay, so basically this is the fifth game now, and I think by now you will be bored to see my teams, because the strategy is again going to be the same. But I'll just share my screen and show you all what I think should work. Just give me a minute. I will share my screen. For team here, will I post a team on Telegram? I am not sure. It depends on if we need a secondary team. If it's just one team, then I won't be posting a team on Telegram. Bavuma is not playing, sir. I think Bavuma is injured, so he's not going to play this game. And Stubbs is playing. So I think Quinton de Kock and Reza Hendricks will open the batting for South Africa. So no headache about Bavuma, but Reza Hendricks is pretty like to like. So I'll just share my screen and let's look at the team then. Kagiso, Rabada, Riza Hendricks, and Stubbs are playing for South Africa tonight, and Nagidi is also playing, and Pretorius is also playing. So I think that is going to make it difficult. And for someone who was asking about Marco Jansen, he is not going to play this game. Can we go with India top four batting and three fast bowlers? Very decent choice, but now Chahal is bowling second, so becomes very risky for you to leave. Okay, I'm just sharing my screen now. Sorry, guys, I will take the rest of the questions in some time. Let's look at the team now. Let me know once you guys can see my screen, and then we will start. Hope you all can see the screen. Just confirm once so that we can begin. And this team is basically for a combination of mini GL and SL, but more of mini GL is what we will look at. Okay, so basically South Africa batting first, and I'll take the names in case you guys cannot read because I understand that the screen might look slightly small because we don't have a desktop version of Dream 11. So Lungi Nagidi and Anrik Nokia, amazing picks. Kakizo Rabada also good pick. Anrik Nokia is not in as much form, so maybe you want to take a chance on him. But for now, I'm keeping all the four pacers along with Dwayne Pretorius. Then apart from that, we look at the Indian batting now because India batting first again. I don't see any merit in dropping any of these three guys because even the thing is, even if you drop one and take a risk on one, if that guy clicks, then you will be stuck. Because on the other hand, all the South African counterparts are batting at points where it has become slightly difficult for these guys to bat at. So for now, I'm sticking to this strategy of having more of the Indian batting. Then we look at the other options that is in the keeping section. Quentin de Kock will come in for sure because of the way that he has looked. He's looked decent. I'll not say in amazing touch, but whatever little bit he has been able to get us has been good enough. And then you look at your all-rounder section. So now the key conundrum is that Chahal will surely come in, Chahal and Harshal, because both of them have experience at this ground. So till now, this is what the setup should somewhat look like for you. I'm just going to stop sharing my camera so maybe you can see my screen a little. Okay, just I'm going to start that back. Okay. And Dwayne Pretorius. Now, last choice for you to make is, so I'll just tell you guys what we have in terms of the team till now. Quinton de Kock in the keeping section, Iyer, Kishan, and Gaikwad. Dwayne Pretorius as the all-rounder, Chahal and Harshal Patel in the bowling, Rabada, Nagidi, and Nokia. Now, the last choice for you to make is either between Akshar and Hardik, or if you want to take more of a risk, then you go with someone like Rishabh Pant, and that's what the combination will look like. And don't worry, I will share an SS of this, so don't worry about that. Either here or on Telegram, I will share an SS. Uski aap chinta mat karo. So I will just take you all through what combination we have and what risk we can take. I will just share a screenshot of this right now so that there is no further confusion, and then you guys can take a final call. South Africa bowling first. Yes, sir. We are aware. Okay, so I'm someone is asking for the pitch dimensions again. I'm just going to share the pitch and the ground dimensions one more time, and then I will take you all through the team as well. So these are the ground dimensions: 67 meters either side square and straight, 61 meters both sides, 74 meters straight, and 77 meters. And apart from that, this is what the pitch looks like. So as far as the pitch is concerned, Deepdas Gupta says can be slightly wobbly and abrasive. So someone like Chahal might be able to get more help. And can someone is asking me, can we take a risk on Rishabh Pant? I didn't understand if you mean by picking him or by dropping him, but if you want to pick him, then he becomes a decent choice for you to pick. And I'll just take you all through what my final base team is. Then you guys can take a final call on who you want or don't want in your side. Captain, vice captain. Yeah, I'll just speak about that too. Can we take a risk on Pan by dropping? Yeah, you can, because he's anyway a differential choice at the moment. So you can drop Pan. That's not a problem. If you want to pick him, then it totally depends on you. But I think he is a good choice. So for now, he's in my base team. Hope you all can see the screen right now, and there is no problem. So this is what my batters look like. My batters are Iyer, Kishan, and Gaikwad. Now, one key thing for you to think about is if you want to drop an Indian batter, ये बात भी आप सोच लो कि if you take another South African counterpart, how much opportunity is he going to get to bat? तो ये आप एक चीज सोच लो, and वो हिसाब से you pick and you drop your Indian batter. That is one key point. And Rishabh Pant and Quinton de Kock. So I have a good feeling about Rishabh Pant, so I'm going to go with him for now. If you want a safe choice in place of Rishabh Pant, then go for Hardik Pandya. And if picking Pant, then who to drop? I don't have any problem in dropping one of the top three, but I am just not sure that which of the top three is more likely to fail here. And the problem is that if there is going to be any sort of rain and the match is shortened, then you will get stuck, because maybe the South African guys don't really end up getting too much of an opportunity with the bat. So that is why this is what I'm going with. If you want a safe choice, then you go with Hardik Pandya, Dwayne Pretorius. Now I'll just discuss the captaincy and vice captaincy choices. South Africa batting first, so Dwayne Pretorius becomes an amazing captaincy choice. The risks that you can take are either you drop Henrik Nokia and take an extra spinner, or you drop Henrik Nokia and you take an extra all-rounder in the form of Akshar or in the form of Hardik. So I feel like you guys should take this final call. This is my base team. I will share my final team on Telegram by about 6:55. But use this team and use the risks that we have discussed to take final GL calls. I think the best players for you to take risks are on Rishabh Pant, who you can drop because he's not been in much form. Henrik Nokia, again, not been in much form. Harshal Patel, bowling second, so he can get away with less than that 2-3 set of wicket haul that he generally gets. And one Indian batter, that will be totally based on your gut feel, because there's no real logic currently for you to pick any kind of South African batter unless you feel that there'll be a collapse in the South African top order and Miller or Dustin will come in and hit big. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you everyone for tuning in, and you can join me on the Telegram channel Fantasy Crick Pro for all the final updates. You can search Fantasy Crick Pro on Telegram and you'll find us. And apart from that, if you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel till now, go ahead and do so. In case you have any other questions, we have time till 6:45 before I finally go and share the final team. And yes, I know the ground is small and even misses can go for six, but I think for me the point of picking more bowlers always is the fact that bowlers get 24 opportunities and batsmen get just one mistake and they're done for the day. And if not 24, they still get 6 or 12. So that is my reason for picking bowlers, and it's always worked for me. So even if it does not work for me in 3 out of 10 games, I have no problem with that. And that is the reason that I manage and take these kind of risks. So if you can take them, then good. If not, then you can go ahead with a safer choice. There's no problem because I'm playing high risk league, so I'm okay to take high risk. So thank you so much everyone for tuning in. आप सबका बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया, and I'll see you on the Telegram channel. All the good luck.